Never know what Newman will pull next, huh?
Well, I am not surprised he's trying to broker a deal with Ashley. I mean, she dumps you, Chabot is off the hook. It's a very wise move on his part.
A very underhanded move.
What, you're surprised? Anyway, it's not the end of the world by any stretch of the imagination. As I've said all along, we have a very strong case.
Well, United Front certainly would have helped.
True. And victor in attack mode can be very intimidating. Still, the burden of proof is largely on him. He has to prove that you are functioning at Jabot in direct competition with Brash and Sassy.
Look, I'm not feeling this way because of the case. And I'm going to survive this whether Jabot backs me or not.
And what are you worried about?
Ash. The fact that Victor may have found a way to pull her in once again.
Mr. Newman, sorry to bother you.
That's all right, Virginia. What is it?
Connie asked me to check with you concerning a letter that you were going to sign.
I have already signed it, okay?
Would you like me to messenger it over to Jabot?
It is to be sent to Ashley Abbott. But first, I want to make sure that she knows it's on the way.
I'll give her office a call.
Thank you, sir. Dear Ashley, I'm confirming here in writing what I told you in your name. You have my word that if you terminate Brad Carton, I will take no legal action against Jabot. Yep.
Excuse me, Mr. Newman, but I was unable to reach Miss Abbott. Her secretary said she's in a board meeting.
Thank you. I guess she took my word that the letter's on the way. That's a good sign.
Well, it would appear we are at a standstill. 2 votes to keep Bradley, 2 votes for his ouster. Ash, I guess it's up to you. I trust you'll do the right thing.
Please remember, Ashley, the only sure way to save the company is to get Brad out of the picture.
Try to think of Dad.
Jack, do not use me as a lever. I voted to keep Brad because we gave him our word. Now, I don't like what you're doing right now, and you know it.
Come on, Ashley.
Would you please stop being so pushy? This is a big decision.
Whatever you said about not making Victor any promises, it goes beyond business. He got to you, didn't he?
Oh, that's enough!
Your future.
From all of you.
All right, sweetheart, are you ready to vote?
Yes. I vote nay.
Nay.
I don't want to force Brad out of the company.
The young and the restless. This portion sponsored by Febreze. Febreze cleans bad smells out of fabrics. For good.
How's it going?
Hey, what's up?
Is everything cool?
I guess, unless you take into consideration the situation between Dad and Diane. What's going on just blows my mind.
Nothing Dad does anymore amazes me.
Does that mean you don't care?
Look, I don't want to talk about Dad, okay? I'm worried about you. I'm wondering how this whole Gary thing is affecting you. Are you dealing with it okay?
I suppose I'm doing all right. I'm seeing a therapist, and she seems to be making a lot of sense.
Okay, so between the therapist and Ryan, you're in pretty good hands.
Ryan.
Well, yeah, seems to be looking out for you.
Yeah, he is. But that could change very soon.
Why do you say that?
I was over at his house last night, and he was going through his mail, and he got this letter that just made him freeze.
Well, who's it from?
I don't know. When I asked, he got very quiet.
So you're thinking Trisha?
Well, then this morning he receives this mysterious phone call. He wants to take it in private.
Well, then definitely Trisha.
Apparently, after months of ignoring him, she's reaching out. Their separation may be coming to an end.
And how do you feel about that?
I guess I should be happy for him. I should try and understand why he wants to put his marriage back together. I mean, you should have seen how he reacted to this letter.
You're wrong about the letter. It wasn't from Trisha, and it's not me who's going to be affected by it. It's you, Victoria.
Well, Ashley, I must say I'm very surprised. I guess you're not as attached to Victor as I thought.
This vote wasn't about Victor.
You did the right thing, sweetheart.
Oh, the right thing. She just destroyed this company. This is insane.
Damn it, Jill.
What, like you don't feel the same way? Please, come to your senses before it's too late.
Jill, the vote has been taken and it's over.
You're right about that. Goodbye, Chabot.
I think you're overreacting.
Am I, Nikki? You mark my words. This is a dark day for the company.
Oh, we will survive. We always have.
If this vote is official, I would like to inform Brad.
Good idea.
And should we also set up a meeting to discuss legal strategies?
Later.
Well, there's not a lot of time, and I want to talk about
I
Michael Baldwin.
just said later.
Jack, now there is no need for that tone.
It's all right. No offense taken. Ashley, I know how hard this was for you.
I doubt it.
What?
Can't you please try to make her come to her senses?
Jill, the vote has been taken.
I don't know why I threw my lot in with this family.
Well, you know, if you really want to get out of this company, I'm sure I can arrange something.
Well, you see, there is no company to get out of now after what's happened today.
I don't know, Brock. I just have to wonder why Jill would be so anxious to prove Mackenzie is a fraud that she would try to get her mother involved in this.
Duchess, even if Jill could somehow manage to track down Mackenzie's mother, why would she do it?
Well, don't you see? I mean, Jill is well aware that there is a huge difference between Mackenzie and her mother.
I wish I could understand why. What happened? It's so inconsistent with the Amanda I knew.
Yes, well, whatever the reason, the last thing Mackenzie wants is to open that door. I mean, she wants her mother out of her life, but if Jill should locate Amanda and she gets her involved, I'm telling you right now, we could lose Mackenzie.
Can't go to work looking like this.
Well, you still got a little while. Anyway, you look great.
Yeah, sure I do. What would everybody think if they saw me so messed up?
Wow.
There's something I've been meaning to ask you. Not that I'm complaining or anything, but why didn't Brittany want to hang out with you last night? Was she still angry with you?
No. Well, kind of. I mean, she was really out of it. She's been drinking. She wasn't feeling too well.
I thought she'd stopped drinking. Now she started again? How come?
I don't know. She got all defensive when I asked her. But in the next breath, she apologized for it. I'm not really sure where she's coming from.
Maybe it was just the liquor talking.
Maybe. But I think there's a lot more to her confusion.
Since the moment that I met you, you've been trying to get away. Now I got you where I want you.
Hey, how you doing this morning? You feeling better? I know I am.
JT, I really have a headache.
Well, then let me make you feel better.
Don't.
You didn't mind me touching you last night.
JT, I told you I never want to hear you talk about that again.
Hey, last night meant something to me, okay? It's kind of hard to just forget what happened.
Well, it shouldn't have happened. I had too much to drink, and it won't happen again, ever.
Yeah. Next thing you know, you'll be afraid to take a drink, like Billy.
Well, maybe that's not such a bad thing.
Yeah, you could be a threesome with him and Mac. That'd be a great segment on the website. Brittany in Dorkville.
JT, will you please just get out of my face? Hey, what's up?
Everything's cool.
Missed you at the movies last night, Britt. What'd you do? Nothing. How about you, JT? I tried to call you.
Yeah, I was out.
With who? JT, would you mind? I'd like to talk to Rihanna about work today.
No problem.
Are you okay? You seem a little tense with JT. I'm sorry, but I have to say it. I can't stand him. Something's been going on with him lately. I don't want to get all paranoid, but sometimes I wonder whether my so-called boyfriend might be seeing somebody else.
Yes?
Mr. Newman, Shane Davis, John Silva's partner. I'm early. I hope it's not inconvenient.
No, come right in. I take it John Silva's still busy in court?
I'm afraid so. But he's made sure I'm fully versed in the case.
You brought the paperwork?
All you have to do is sign and give the go-ahead. Mr. Silva and I are ready whenever you are.
Good work. All right, we're prepared to move ahead if and when I'm ready.
Are you saying that we're sitting on this for the moment?
For the time being, yes. I'm in no hurry.
Well, what's happened? Are you working on some sort of out-of-court settlement?
Yes, something like that.
Well, shouldn't John and I at least look this over for you?
This is a very simple case, all right? I'll deal with it myself. Thank you.
It's your call, Mr. Newman.
Thank you for coming by.
We're here if you need us.
Can I get you gentlemen something? Coffee, water?
All right, well, get back to me. How about something a little stronger, Chantal?
That could be arranged, Mr. Carlton.
No, it's just kidding. Water's fine. Need to keep my wits about me.
Coffee for me, Chantal. I was worried about you, Brad. It's nice to see you perked up a bit. I assume you've been concerned about what Victor's been up to with Ashley. I have to ask, is there anything going on between you and the lovely Miss Abbott?
We're friends, that's it. We have history. And I care a great deal about what happens to her.
And you believe her involvement with Victor is a mistake on her part?
Well, that's an understatement. You know the man's history with women.
I also know yours. But a, quote, relationship between Ashley and Mr. Newman could bode well for you.
What are you kidding? I mean, that's even more reason for him to want me out of the picture.
Not if she works to mellow his attitude towards you.
Well, that ain't gonna happen. And besides, I've been reassessing my position.
You're back to thinking about bowing out?
This morning, Nikki led me to believe that I'd be virtually handing Ash to Victor if I left Chabot. So that's in large part why I decided to stay. But the SOB's already got his hooks into her.
Then how would your leaving help anything?
I'm not sure that it would. But it would at least eliminate any need for Ash to accept any generosity from Victor. And I would have more free time. I wouldn't be tied up dealing with work and this lawsuit. And I could help Ash avert disaster.
And you would do all that for just a friend.
The vote's been taken.
Yes. The news of Brad's demise at Chabot has been, how do I put this, terribly premature.
What are you talking about? How is this letter going to affect Victoria?
Look, I didn't even want to get into this until I had a chance to think about it and get some professional input, which I did after you left my place this morning.
Professional input?
Ryan, what's going on?
As I said before, the letter wasn't from Tricia.
Who is it from?
Gary.
Gary Dawson?
That's right.
All right, why is this creep writing you? And why are you even mentioning this bastard's name in front of my sister?
The Young and the Restless will continue.
I don't know what to do, Billy.
Mac, come here. Sit down. Look, everything is gonna be all right. You just gotta trust me.
I do trust you. It's your mom that I'm worried about. And now if Brittany is freaking out...
She's not freaking out.
Billy, she's drinking. If your mom picks up something is wrong with her, it'll start her suspecting.
Mac, you're reading too much into this.
I don't know, Billy. I'm afraid that Brittany is already starting to suspect something.
How could she? We've been so careful.
Yeah, we've tried to be. But I know the way that I look at you sometimes.
I know. I feel the same way. I find myself looking at you, wanting to be with you. No hassles. Not caring what anybody thinks. No worries.
That would be a dream.
Look, Mac, why don't we just tell my mom to go to hell and live our lives? Forget playing all these games.
No, Billy, come on. We can't do that. If Brittany breaks up with you, that's the last thing we want. The truth would come out. Jill would know, and if that happens... Billy, I feel like your mom is closing in on us. I'm scared of what she might do.
Is everyone out back?
It's nice to see you too, Jill.
Could we skip the small talk?
They won't be starting out back for about another hour.
Is my son home?
Oh, I'm sorry, Jill. Billy's out. He must have known that you were coming by. Hi, Ralph.
Hi, Ben. Hello, Mrs. Everett.
Ralph, hold up there. I want to talk to you.
I think JT might be seeing someone else. This is crazy. I mean, now I'm catching it from you. You know, we both have to stop with all this insecurity and jealousy. You know something? It might not be that bad if JT's seeing somebody else. How do you mean? Well, because he can be such a jerk, and yet I can't seem to break up with him. So, maybe if he gave me a good enough reason, I'd finally be able to do it.
Well, that'd be the smartest thing you ever did, believe me.
You have to admit, sometimes he has a way of being very cool and charming. Okay, well, forget it. I'm gonna go buy a new bathing suit. You wanna come? No, thanks. Okay, well, I guess you're still feeling bummed out about what happened to Billy yesterday.
No, I'm okay.
Okay, well, I'll see you at the Abbott house. Right.
So what was all the heavy dialogue about?
You. Nobody likes a pest, JT.
Does she know about us?
JT, get it through your thick head. There is no us. I'm going out with Billy.
Yeah, I saw you walking out of here with him yesterday.
What were you doing? Spying on me?
The point is, if you think you're just gonna set me up and then blow me off, well, you're wrong, Britt. Dead wrong.
I'll do anything for you.
Well, Nikki is right. We do have to get together soon and discuss legal strategy.
Yeah, we have to decide who we're going to have represent us. We have an awful lot of good people on staff, but now Michael Baldwin's in the mix.
Now, Baldwin's a competent attorney, and the fact that he's already representing Brad, he knows what we're facing. I am just not sure I want him to represent us. You know, I have qualms about his ethics,
And there's his difficult history with the Newmans to consider.
which would only raise tensions even further.
That's possible at this point.
But, you know, in all fairness, from what I've heard, you know, his partnership with Christine Williams has been a very good influence.
Yeah? And it's that partnership that would prevent Newman from hiring Christine onto their legal team, which would only be a plus for us.
Jack, what is your feeling?
What is my feeling? I can't believe this is happening. I really... If we were up against the wall, if we had to fight this war, that'd be one thing. We don't. There is a choice here.
You know, Jack, a man's character is his faith. Now, the choice has been made, and it's over. I'm asking you about representation.
I can't give you that answer right now. I have to think about it.
Well, the time is rather short. Victor gave us 24 hours to remove Brad. And I assure you, he will come to us with a lawsuit.
Dad, Victor needs to be made aware of our decision.
Oh, yeah, let's make sure we talk about what Victor needs. Look, Victor will get his answer when the deadline passes and he hears nothing from us.
Now, just a moment. Are you suggesting that we explain ourselves?
Oh, to hell with that. You honestly think the mustache cares whether what we did was the honorable thing? Think again.
Jack, I have no illusions about Mr. Newman. But it just might be an interesting gesture.
To explain ourselves is to go from a position of weakness, Dad. We look defensive. We have to approach this from a position of strength.
Son, we turn a man down cold. Now, what stronger statement could we make than that?
I don't even agree with this decision, but we need Victor to believe this is a unanimous decision, that we're all united against him. He suspects for 1 minute this is a divided vote. He will know we are on the ropes.
Ash,
where the hell did she go?
You're early, Raoul. Why?
Just wanted to check out some computer stuff.
What's going on?
What do you mean?
Well, something has happened, and obviously you're not happy about it. I want to know what it is, especially if it has to do with my son.
It has nothing to do with him. Are you okay, Mrs. Abbott? You seem pretty edgy.
It was just a very tough morning at work. I thought I'd come over here and do something productive. Check out that woman that Jack hired, see if she's a total disaster.
Well, I think Phyllis is doing a good job. Yesterday went well. The site got a lot of hits. I checked out the chat room and the message boards, and people seem to be into it. They're actually looking forward to the next installment.
Well, thank heavens for small favors.
Yeah. Can I go now?
Well, wait. Look, I came on a little strong before. I can sense that something is bothering you. Why don't you tell me what it is? Maybe I can help.
Well, Mac and I broke up.
Mother, just what is it you're accusing Jill of?
I don't know exactly. Perhaps dragging Amanda into some sort of conspiracy.
Heaven's sakes, Duchess, you're going overboard on this. A conspiracy to do what?
Oh, stop. Now listen to me. Jill knows that she cannot get to me directly. But if she can upset Mackenzie, if she could just drive her away from this house, now that would get to me, would it not?
I won't allow that to happen.
Well, fine, I won't allow it either. So let's just see what good it does the two of us.
Do you really feel that Jill could have that kind of influence on my daughter?
My real fear is all the trouble that Jill could cause. You know, it's obvious that there's some very serious issues between Mackenzie and her mother. Otherwise, Mackenzie would have never run away and stayed away. But if Jill should locate Amanda and alert her to Mackenzie's whereabouts, my God, I don't know what the woman would do.
Duchess, we can protect Mackenzie.
Are you sure? Are you really sure? Brock, the girl is underage. You've only recently met her. You and Amanda were never married, for heaven's sake. Now, this woman has more claim to the girl than you do.
Mother, I can't believe that any
Stop
judge...
it and listen to me. Now, you listen to me. All I'm saying is that it could get very, very messy because Mackenzie's roots don't run that deep in Genoa City. Not yet, Brock. Darling, it's conceivable that your daughter could take to the highways again.
And she's emerging so beautifully. She's making friends, building a life for herself.
Yes, a different girl from the one I met at the shelter.
You know, we've become a family. It would be heartbreaking if she left us now.
More important, Brock. Think of the damage it would do to her.
I hope you're wrong about Jill. But if you're not, we're not going to let this happen. We're not going to let her do anything that will drive my daughter back out on the streets.
Are you threatening me, JT?
I don't want to.
You can't force me to be with you.
No. But I can mess up things for you and Abbott.
Meaning you tell him about us?
I think I can be very convincing and descriptive.
You're disgusting. If you think that's the way you're going to get a girl, you are so wrong. Do you actually believe that I would ever be with such a dishonest worm? I don't care what you did or who you told, but I promise you, you will never touch me again. Ever.
Well then, let me just go have a talk with Billy. So long, Brett.
Wait.
Yeah?
This is not the time to talk about this. I had a lot to drink last night. I feel like crap.
So, let me make you feel better.
Don't pressure me, okay? If there's one thing I hate, it's being pressured. Let me just make this real clear. You push me, that will be the last chance ever in the world that anything could ever happen between us.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Did you hear me? Because I'm not repeating myself.
Yeah, I got it.
Good.
You broke up with Mac?
No. Actually, she broke up with me.
She broke up with you. Why? Did she give you a reason?
No, she just said she wanted to be friends.
When a girl says that, she usually means that there's somebody else.
I don't think so.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't mean to hurt you, but please think about this. Could there be somebody else?
Like who?
I don't know. Like somebody she's close to? Like one of your friends?
Mrs. Abbott, Mackenzie, if she was seeing somebody else, she would have told me.
Maybe she didn't want to hurt you. Or maybe there's another reason.
Mac is the most honest person that I have ever met.
Oh, I am so sorry, but we do not see eye to eye on that one.
I'm sorry. I'm not going to stand here and listen to you badmouth her. Excuse me.
I understand your reaction, but just hear me out. Now, I wanted to tell you, but I wasn't sure I should, so I went and spoke with someone.
The professional input you mentioned.
Yeah, I talked to Dr. Swenson, your therapist, and I read her the letter. And, look, I just want you to know she didn't discuss your situation with me. But she did advise me to tell you about the letter.
Damn it, Ryan, I do not want my sister upset by this again.
Look, this letter wasn't like any other letter he has ever sent. I'm telling you, the guy meant no harm. He sent it to me because he didn't want to freak Victoria out.
How do you know this? This guy is sick, and he's very clever.
And he's locked up, Nick. He's not going to be dropping in here anytime soon.
What did the letter say, Ryan?
You don't want to know.
Yes, I do. What did it say?
He said he was sorry for what he did. He felt horrible about it, and he wants to atone for it.
Oh, you know, I don't buy this for 1 second.
Dr. Swenson said that you should tell me about this. Why?
Well, the impression I got was that she thought you could handle it. And she said that it would be best if everything was out in the open and on the table. But we are not going to pressure you. I am not going to pressure you, and she is certainly not going to pressure you to pursue this. We can drop it right now.
Do you have the letter with you?
Ash voted my way.
She sure did. Surprised the hell out of me. You're happy about this, aren't you?
Yeah.
So much for Victor's divide and conquer strategy.
I'm just really amazed.
Yes, I may actually have to reassess my opinion of her.
Vicky. Thank you for hanging in there with me. All right. So where do we go from here? Will we be proceeding jointly, or will Jabot be fighting this on their own?
I tried to bring that up, but they didn't want to talk about it. Obviously, they know they have to make a decision soon.
Well, we've got our work cut out for us. How did Jack and Jill take it?
Not well, but they're going to have to get over it because our only chance is to present a united stand.
Well, I guess this is good news. I didn't know whether to go or stay, and well, I guess this is a sign. If they want me there, I'll stay. I just hope it's the right thing for Ash.
Called your office earlier. I said you're in a meeting.
Yep, I was.
I assume the subject was the letter that I sent you earlier.
That's right.
I thought you might have waited until I sent over the signed agreement.
I decided to take you at your word.
So you voted then? How'd it go? Everything all right?
Brad will not be leaving Jabot, Victor.
Well, there is one bright spot. You know, I've been assuming all along that Jill knows how to reach Amanda, but then how could she possibly do that? Because she only has Mackenzie's last name. She doesn't know who her mother is or where her mother is from.
Oh, dear Lord.
What is it?
I just remembered. It was quite some time ago. I had this conversation with Jill. I was telling her about my history with Amanda.
Oh, Brock.
It was only the one
What
conversation.
does she have to know? All she has to do is hear Amanda's name once, and she will remember. Jill never forgets. Oh, God. Is that all you told her? Now, think. Please tell me that is all that you told her.
No, Duchess.
No.
I mentioned St. Louis. Unfortunately, I'm sure of it.
So you're telling me that Jill has all the information she needs to track Amanda?
I'm afraid so.
Oh, God, what are we going to do? More importantly, what in the hell is Jill going to do? Damn it, why can't anything go right? Now Mackenzie and Raoul have broken up. Isn't that great? Just what I wanted. Now Mackenzie's available to Billy. I wonder if that's why. If Billy's the reason. Could she possibly have the gall to ignore my warnings? Would she be so foolish? What am I thinking? Mackenzie is a threat to Billy. Why am I even hesitating to do something?
You see what I mean, don't you, Billy? If Brittany breaks up with you, it could cause big problems.
Well, I think you're looking at this all wrong. I mean, if I break up with Brittany, then my mom will start snooping around. But if she calls it off, what's my mom to say about that?
But Brittany's never going to break up with you. She's crazy about you.
I don't know. I think she's getting kind of restless.
Really? Do you think so?
Well, I do know one thing's for sure. I gotta do something. This whole situation's really starting to get to me.
Yeah, me too. I hate seeing you and Brittany together all the time.
We better get back. I don't want to be late. I'll head in the house first. You go out the back.
I know. I know the routine. I just wish we didn't have to keep playing this game.
Well, it's not forever. I promise. Somehow, you and I will be together. And no one's gonna stop us.
Transglobal Airways. I'm dealing with a family emergency. I need to get to St. Louis as soon as possible. There's someone I need to make contact with. Can you book me on your next flight? Yes, that's right. St. Louis.
This fall, the best comedies are on CBS.
You have a Mustang.
All right, what's it going to be tonight? Ladies or the trend?
What magazine? Some kind of women's magazine? Oh, 50 Reasons Men Suck.
For comedy this fall, it's all here on CBS.